Good morning and welcome again to our another topic on music. And for today, we're going to discuss the popular music. So, popular music is literally means music of the populace, similar to traditional music of the past. The 20th century, pop music, as it has come to be called, generally consisted of music for entertainment of large number of people, whether on radio or in live performances. The example of this is we have here the folk music. Traditionally, folk music pertains to melodies and songs of the common people, handed down one generation to the next. Folk music commonly expresses the character of ethnic and social groups, and sometimes of a nation. As the music of the people, it shows political or religious beliefs, tells a story, recounts history, or simply provides amusements. During 1960s and 1970s, folk music took on a new character. It was combined with the elements of rock to reveal the social and political concerns of the youth era. Next is we have the country and the western music. It is the combination of popular musical forms originally found in the southern United States. The terminology country music began to be used in the 1940s when the earlier term hillbilly music was felt to be degrading, and the term was subsequently embraced in the 1970s. The music reflects the people's life experiences and local settings, even while combining the ideas of continued development of the society with a nostalgia for one's roots and culture. Continue. Its musical characteristics are simply tune, usually sang solo accompanied by a guitar, a banjo, or occasional whistling. The theme of the song shows the romantic imagery of American cowboy depicting heroic deeds, gritty trail life, nature, and widened open space. Another kind of music is we have here the ballads. It is about expressive folk song in narrative verse with text dealing typically with love. The word ballad derived both from the medieval French chanson ballade and ballade means a dancing song. Nowadays, the term ballad pertains to a love song in slightly pop or rock style with following variations. Next, we have here the blue ballads. It often deals with anti-heroes resisting authority and emphasizes the character of the performance more than the narrative content as accompanied by the banjo or a guitar. Next, of course, we have here the pop standard and the jazz ballads. It is a blues style beat from single verse of 16 bars ending the dominant of half cadence, followed by a refrain or chorus part of 16 or 32 bars in AABA form. The B section acts as the bridge, and the piece usually ends with a brief coda or the tail, a few additional lyrics that bring the song to a close. Pop and rock ballads. It is categorized as an emotional love song with suggestions of folk music. Standards. It is used to denote the most popular and enduring songs from a particular genre or styles. Its style is mostly moderate tempo, with a relaxed mood and highly playable melodies within the range and technical capacity of amateur singers. Next, we have here the rock and roll. It was greatly popular song from United States during the late 1940s to the 1960s. It's combined the Afro-American forms such as the blues, the jump blues, jazz, and gospel music with western swing and country music. The lead instruments were the piano and the saxophone, but these were eventually replaced by the modern instrument. Next, we have here the disco. Disco music pertained to rock music that was more danceable. The disco style has a soaring and reverberating sound rhythmically controlled by a steady beat for ease of dancing and accompanied by string, horns, electric guitars, and electric pianos or synthesizers. Next is the pop music. Like disco era, other pop music superstars continue to emerge, including pop superstars like Celine Dion, Madonna, Michael Jackson, we also called him as the king of pop, and today's pop music idols such as Boyzone, Westlife, Black Eyed Peas, K-pop groups, etc. We have here now the hip hop and rock. The musical style is highly rhythmic type of music that usually includes rap or the rhythmic chanted words. In rapping, the artist performs alone within the instruments or the synthesizer's beat. Next is we have here the alternative music. It is an underground and an independent form of music that arose in the 1980s. It was recognized as unconventional practices such as distorted guitar sounds, oppressive lyrics, and defiant attitudes. It was also characterized by high energy levels that breed new styles, such as new wave, punk, rock, post-punk, indie rock, gothic rock, jungle pop, noise pop, C86, Manchester, industrial rock, and shoegazing. So let's proceed now on the different classical musical which is made popular. Number one, classical musical made popular in the 20th century, in which the composers expanded the genres of classical music with bold or daring new styles such as minimalism, chant music, and avant-garde music. Example of this is we have here the crossover performance under the classical and the pop. Number of classical musicians have begun to render crossover performance in which they combine classical compositions with the jazz, rock, and folk music in the same concert or recording. Here on the Philippines, of course, we also have a popular music. And the example of this is the OPM, or what we call the original Filipino music. It pertains to the Philippine pop song, particularly ballads such as those popular affect the fading of its predecessor, the Manila sound in the late 1970s. 1980s and 1990s are regarded as the golden era of the Philippine ballads. Among the classics that emerged were those created by Ryan Cayabyab, George Canseco, Willie Cruz, Jose Marichan, and Gary Valenciano. In the Philippines, there are compositions that made use of Western-type melody and harmony, while expressing uniquely Filipino emotion in moving, poetic lyrics. Thank you very much, and I hope you learned something on the popular music. See you on our next lesson.